Hello everyone and welcome back to my playthrough of Elimination Part 37. I'm your host with Games, and last episode we found armor and then reinvestigated the very first case in the game. So, if you do enjoy this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe to channel more content. Now let's begin.
全てがつながっているって何なんですの? まさか全て同一犯だということですの?
It's all connected? What sense? Was it all one overarching crime? So basically, Watto here is going to tell us what Downtown said earlier when she died, the very beginning of the game.
なるほど。言動や態度で翻弄するのが上手な彼女らしい暗号ですね。
I see. Her method was to be expected. She was quite adept at manipulating others with her words, actions, and demeanor.
老子探偵や自分に対しては死ぬと。魔界探偵や島の職員に対しては殺すと。明確に動詞を使い分けている点が真意を紐解く鍵なのでしょう。
She used die
少女は推理した。
when referring to Senior and herself, while Mystic and others were killed. The difference in verbs is key. Exactly, Bookworm.
動詞の使い分け? 使い分けたから何だと言いますの?
So she differentiated between verbs. To what end would she do such a thing?
さすがは喜劇探偵ですね。
Oh my god.
全然意味が違うでしょうに。少女は呆れて物も言えずに探索した。
Bookworm's funny. Oh, Bookworm. How very like you, Clown Detective. You missed the point entirely, the girl sighed, too frustrated to speak.
物を言ってるじゃありませんの。悪かったですわね。物分かりが悪くて。
You're speaking right now, are you not? Yes, surely the fault is all mine for being so slow to uptake.
死ぬは自動詞、殺すは他動詞。自動詞は目的語を設定することができません。
I is intransitive verb, while kill is transitive. Intransitive verbs don't have an object.
つまりどういうことですの?
And that's significant how exactly? I'm just gonna break it down that Senior Detective's the quartering Duke, isn't she?
つまり渋谷さんが死んだと評した彼女の友人や老子探偵は誰かに殺されたわけじゃない。
Well, Downtown said that both her friend and Senior Detective died, meaning they weren't killed by someone.
老子探偵を殺したのは他でもない彼自身。つまりあの事件の真相は老子探偵自身による自殺劇だったんだ。
So the person who killed Senior Detective was in fact Senior himself. The reality is that this case was suicide, which he committed.
No!
なんですってと少女は見事にお株を奪ってみせた。
This is a weird case. Senior Detective killed himself? It's kind of odd. Beg your pardon, mimic the girl deftly snatching the words out from Pasha's mouth.
奪うんじゃありませんわよ。老子探偵が自殺ってどういうことですの?
No snatching, you thief, you. What do you mean Senior Detective committed suicide?
僕も意味が分からず混乱しました。でもとある可能性を考えれば全ての辻褄があったんです。
It threw me for a loop too, by considering a certain possibility. However, everything suddenly falls into
老
place.
子探偵こそが八つ崎港に組みしていた裏切り者。島の職員を全滅させた原因だとしたらね。
Senior was a traitor working with the quartering Duke, assuming he's behind the massacre of the research facility, that is.
確かに他の職員は全員殺されたのに一人だけ生き残っていた状況が妙だとは思っていました。
True, all the other personnel was killed, so I just find it odd that only one survived. Oh, Senior Detective was part of that personnel, and he survived after. Yeah, that's pretty
老
weird.
子探偵だけをわざわざ手間をかけて殺すなんてリスクが高すぎますから。
It would have been too risky to go all that trouble just to kill Senior Detective.
ロースちゃん自身がトリックを仕掛ける本人だとしたらそのリスクもないわよね。
But if Senior himself was behind the trap, then there wouldn't be any
ま
risk.
さかあんなトリックで自殺を図るなんて誰も考えないし。
Plus, no one ever think he committed suicide using a trick like that.
待ってくれ。あのような機械なワイヤーを使ったトリックを一人で仕掛けられるものなのか?
But one moment, is it truly possible to lay so complex an artifice all by
はっ
oneself?
きり言うぞ。不器用な我には不可能なのである。
So speak plainly, such a test would be far beyond the means of Olfa myself. Well, because armor, you're not that smart, unfortunately.
本当にはっきり言うね。
You're as honest as ever.
大丈夫。ほとんどの人は一人じゃ無理だよ。きっと渋谷さんがこの島の職員の殺害もトリックを仕掛けるのを手伝ったんだと思う。
In other words, it'd be an impossible feat for most people. I'm sure Downtown helped out with setting things up as well as wiping out the staff.
なるほど。二人がかりなら確かに納得なのである。
I see. One could envision the success of this stratagem, both to be involved.
じゃあローシさんが死ぬのを渋谷さんは手伝った形になるんだね。その上渋谷さん自身も死ぬだなんて残酷なトリックだよ。
So that means Downtown not only assisted Senior with his death, but also had to anticipate her down the line. What heartless scheme!
でもローシさんが裏切り者だっていう証拠はあるの？
Is there any concrete evidence that Senior really was a traitor?
渋谷さんがくれたヒントは信じたいけど、探偵同盟で最も古株のローシさんが裏切っているとも思えなくて。
I'd like to believe Downtown's message, but I just can't see him double-crossing us. He was the most tenured vet in the DA.
見つけてあるよ。ローシ探偵がこの事件のトリックに関わったという明確な証拠をね。
We've got proof, something that clearly points to Senior Detective's involvement in this scheme.
その証拠はこの事件がさらに残酷な事件だということを教えてくれた。
However, it also reveals that this case is even more morbid than we realized.
まだ何かありますの？ローシ探偵が死ぬための仕掛けを渋谷さんが手伝って渋谷さん自身もその仕掛けに引っかかる。それ以上に何が？
Downtown insisted in laying the trap to kill Senior before becoming a victim to it herself. Now they're saying there's more?
あのシャンデリアのトラップにも仕掛けがあったんだ。剣道探偵が残してくれた書籍にバッチリと記載があったよ。
Some alterations were made to the chandelier trap for this point. You see, Renegade Detective left the book open for us at the perfect section. Were it not for that, I wouldn't have realized the other truth of this case. Only a truly crafty individual could throw this case a curveball post-mortem. Right now, Renegade Detective has my thanks.
このシャンデリアの罠を設計したのは
One who designed the chandelier trap was none other than Senior Detective.
この書籍の著者禁影に載っている男性見覚えがありますよね。
Tell me, do you recognize this recent photo of the author of this book? Open the book in question and show them an article on the author, causing everyone's jaws to drop in unison.
そのヒゲ！ローシ探偵に間違いありませんわ。
To that mustache, that Senior Detective without a doubt.
地下研究棟で見つかった本でも名前が出ていたこの洋館の設計者荒木名長とは老子探偵のことだったんです。
This man's architect, Michael Aragi, was mentioned in the book, by the book in the underground research lab too. That was Senior
洋
Detective.
館の仕掛けで死んだ人が設計者。偶然とは思えず改めてシャンデリアを調べてもらいました。
The one who fell victim,
新たなことが分かったんです。
the one who fell victim to the mayor was the very man who designed it. No way it was pure coincidence, so I checked the chandelier again.
シャンデリアの罠は改造されていました。通常かかるブレーキがかからず殺傷能力が高い状態で落下するようにね。
What I learned was that the trap had been modified. It brakes were disabled so that it could descend at a lethal speed.
なんですって？
But pardon.
調べてみたら明白でした。明らかに一部だけ年代の新しいパーツが使われています。
It was obvious upon examination one specific section had more up-to-date parts than all the
この
others.
シャンデリアの仕掛けは今回の事件のために調整がなされていたんです。そんなことができるのは設計者であるローシさん以外にいないと思います。
The chandelier's construction was altered for this crime. I'll be the only one able to do such a thing would be its creator, Senior.
科学君の言う通りだよ。老子探偵は明らかにシャンデリアの罠に引っかかった人を確実に殺すために調整している。
Techie's got it. Senior clearly adjusted the trap so whoever got caught in it would be guaranteed to die.
老子探偵もただの被害者ではなくシャンデリアの罠に引っかかった人を殺す加害者のはずだった。
In other words, Senior wasn't simply a victim, but the perpetrator behind this entire scheme.
被害者であると同時に加害者に？ではこの事件は単なる殺人ではなく
Victim and perpetrator at the same time, this wasn't homicide, but rather
その点こそが最も恐ろしい点です。
that's the most horrific part. It's suicide. When I share my conclusion with the group, who was intended to kill Senior Detective, downtown.
脳死探偵を殺すはずだったのは渋谷さん。ただ脳死探偵を殺すための仕掛けにはおそらく彼自身も協力していたのだと思います。
The one who was supposed to kill senior detective was downtown, but I suspect he also helped with the arrangements to end his own life.
渋谷さんがシャンデリアの罠に引っかかって死ぬことにも脳死探偵は協力していた。
At the same time, he collaborated with her so that she would die by the trap as well. Who was intended to kill downtown detective? Downtown, right? Or senior? What, senior here?
互いを殺し合うことで死んだ二人が加害者であり被害者であるという奇妙な構図が生まれるはずだったんだ。
Like killing one another, they would both become victims of culprits, resulting in a truly bizarre scenario. First, downtown arrived at the manor first, so she could open the door and trigger the trap, killing both herself and senior. Or so the plan went. Turned out an unfamiliar boy had already set it off. Even worse, murder weapon was still on the chandelier. Gloves were in her pocket. I insisted that she would be pointlessly outed as a traitor, and the DA wouldn't fall into disarray. She must have really been panicking. So in an attempt to cover her tracks as much as possible, before armor arrived, she slipped on the gloves and took the wire saw off the chandelier. With the evidence still on her person, she joined up with us, quietly tossing the wire on the floor as she went through the underground passage. But she didn't come with us. Oh, and that makes sense, because when Workaholic found the other wire saw, it was way after we arrived there, so that makes kind of sense. Then once Psycho directed us to split up, she hurried to the living room, lit the fireplace, and burnt the gloves. While things hadn't gone according to plan, she didn't manage to dispose of the evidence. These were surely the facts behind this case. Everyone else is dead silent. That's no surprise though. No, only have Alex Sr. as a traitor. Also realized that two Alex and the Duke have plotted to kill one another. It's unfathomable. There's still one more truth left to reveal. Yeah, it's time to tell them the Quartering Duke's true identity. We decided to leave the manor and head to the heliport. As always, a black aspect is standing guard outside. Though his intimidating presence has me daunted, I begin discussing the next part of my investigation.
皆さん、こんな場所ですみません。実は一つやらなければならないことがあって、
So I bring you guys out.
この場所に移動してきました。
But there's actually something we got to do here.
このような場所で何をする気かは知りませんけど、早く済ませてくださいませんこと。
I haven't clue what you're attending. Do you mind finishing this up sooner rather than later?
いくらデクノボーの状態とはいえ、あの黒い SPX のそばで長話をするのは上流階級の私といえども少々答えますわ。
I don't care if that machine is merely sitting there like a scarecrow. Quite unpleasant for one, my gentility to be such in close proximity to it.
大丈夫なのかな。研究棟に戻るのじゃダメなの。
I wonder if this is a really good idea. Couldn't we, head back to the research facility?
すぐに済むからもう少しだけ時間をくれないかな。大丈夫。この SPX は絶対に襲ってきたりしないよ。
This won't take long. Just give me a second. Don't worry. I promise SPX won't attack us.
この SPX が何を感知するかカンパしたんですね。
You figure out what the black SPX tracks, haven't you? I give it that. Continue my explanation.
まず探偵八つ崎殺人事件の真相を受けて特徴が類似したもう一つの事件についても真相を解明しておくよ。
So first, now that we know the truth behind the case of December Detective, I'll explain how another one parallels it.
社畜ちゃんと下道ちゃんの2人が死んだ矛盾回想殺人事件ね。さっき地下では社畜ちゃんが本当は自殺をしていたって言っていたわよね。
The one where Workaholic Renegade died? The case of Paradox murders? You said a bit ago that Workaholic had also committed suicide, right?
ローシちゃんがやってみせたように社畜ちゃんが事前に準備して下道ちゃんがブレーカーを引き上げたと同時に関連する罠を作ったというのはわかるわ。
Workaholic Sr. prepped in advance, rigging a trap where he get electrocuted when Renegade reset the breakers. I understand that
で
much.
も社畜ちゃんが下道ちゃんを殺した方法は一体何なの？あれは社畜ちゃんが死んだことで偶然コマンドが3つ溜まったのよね。
But what method did Workaholic use to kill Renegade? The fact that his death resulted in 3 total commands was circumstantial, no?
監視者である自分さえ死ねば下道探偵の首輪のコマンドが溜まって爆死できる。その状況で死ぬ行為は殺人も同等でしょう。
Simply dying as an observer would generate enough commands to detonate Renegade's collar, so in this situation, the act itself is tantamount to
社
homicide.
畜さんのトリックのさらに意地悪な点は、下道探偵自身にブレーカーを上げさせることで、結果的に自殺のような構図にしたことです。
The most wicked facet of Workaholic scheme was that it required Renegade to throw the breaker, practically making it a double
そいつ
suicide.
は命を背負わせることに執着していた。
Renegade was fixated on making people shoulder the heavy weight of the lives they
誰か
took.
を巻き込むこともできずに、自分自身の席の下で爆死する。その上、原因になった社畜さんも亡くなっていて、自分の命を誰にも背負わせることができない。
But his action forced him to bear his own death by explosion, with no way to impose it on another. Worse yet, the true guilty party was already
それ
dead.
は下道探偵にとって何よりも耐え難い屈辱だったと思います。
This all would have been the ultimate disgrace from Renegade Detective's point of view.
なるほど。それは確かにあの男にとって最悪の結末ですわね。
I see now. That would indeed be a nightmare scenario in his
芸
mind.
道探偵の性格から考えるに、死ぬ間際まで誰かに自分を殺させようとあがくと思いますわ。
By his general demeanor, he undoubtedly was frantic, hoping to make someone kill him before he died.
じゃあまさか下道探偵がエレベーターに挟まれて死んだのって。
So that means Renegade getting trapped in dying elevator was...
わざとだよ。下道探偵にとって爆弾で死ぬくらいなら、誰かの手で動いたエレベーターに挟まれて死ぬ方がずっといい。
Definitely premeditated. If it was going to die from a bomb anyway, getting killed by someone operating the elevator would be more
あいつ
preferable.
は最後の最後まで誰かに命を背負わせることにばかり執着し続けたんだ。
To the very end, he was possessed by a fervent desire to make someone else bear the burden of his life.
狂っていますわね。
How utterly mad.
でも奴は絶命するその瞬間まで自分の信念を貫いたんだと思います。
You said it, but he did stick to his principles. I'll give him
だから
that.
こそ奴の死に顔は満面の笑みだったんです。
Which is precisely why he died wearing such a satisfied grin. The smile on his dead face truly seemed to be one of contentment. You don't know who did Renegade in, but he somehow managed to get himself killed by another, filling him with total euphoria. Not that I can empathize or have any interest doing so, but in some odd sense he really lucked out with this one.
理屈は分かりましたが、どうして社畜探偵は自ら死を望んだのでしょうかと、少女は改めて疑問を口にする。
I'll follow your logic, but why would Workaholic yet want to take his own life? Said the girl, posing yet another question.
それを言うならローシちゃんもね。二人ともベテランの域の探偵よ。
Well, why would Senior, for that matter? They were both veteran sleuths, you know. I think they were inside the special police and had some type of kept self-doubting themselves.
彼らを手玉に取るどころか自殺に導いてしまうなんてただものじゃないわ。おそらくその人物こそが八つ咲公なのでしょうね。
Because beyond mere manipulation, they were led to kill themselves. No way it was the work of an ordinary person. Most likely the Duke did this.
探偵として実績豊富な人物たちを自分の仲間へと引き込む。もしかしたらそのカリスマ性こそ八つ咲公の真の能力かもしれないですね。
He was able to draw a number of seasoned detectives to his side. Maybe his true ability is his charisma.
それで八つ咲公の正体は誰なの？
But then who actually is the Duke?
地下迷宮で出会った時の社畜探偵は自殺の気配なんてありませんでした。おそらく地下の研究棟で何らかの接触を受けたのでしょう。
When we crossed paths with Workaholic in the maze, he didn't seem suicidal. He probably had an encounter while in a research
それ
facility.
はおそらく私たちの中にいる人物ですね。一体誰なんですか、八つ咲公の正体は。と少女はみんなが気にしている問いかけを口にした。
And that meeting must have involved a member of our group. Just who's the quartering Duke, I wonder, asked the girl, speaking for everyone.
ご託はもう結構ですわ。早く正体を教えなさい。
Enough idle prattle tells the Duke's identity in this instant.
わかりました。皆さんの目の前で今から八つ咲公の正体をあぶり出します。
Alright, allow me to remove the quartering Duke's mask, right before your very eyes. Take out the knife I brought from the manor and give my palm a shallow cut. Armed by the action, everyone scrambles to intervene, but I stop them and continue my explanation.
落ち着いてください。これまで説明してきた通り、八崎校の正体は死を誘導する能力に長けた人物です。
Please stay calm. As I said before, as I said, Duke is exceptionally talented guiding others to their
そ
deaths.
してその巧みな誘導は理想探偵が死ぬ時にも使われていました。
His very skill was on full display. He used to get ideal detective killed.
理想探偵の死にもやはり八崎子が関わっていたのですのね。
So Duke was behind ideal detective demise after all.
八崎校は僕らの目の前で堂々と、しかし誰にも気づかれることなく SPX を誘導してみせました。
That's right. According to Duke, brazenly operated SPX right in front of all of us. Not a single person noticed.
どのように誘導したのですかと少女は興奮を抑えつつ尋ねた。
So wait, before the game wants me to attempt to reveal this, is it techie? Oh, if it's techie, that'd be pretty insane. I mean, it would really take place after the third chapter, going to the fourth chapter, we're talking about cyberspace. Something with cyber. In a sense, that kind of leans towards techie in a way. Oh my god, I don't know if it's techie or not. I'm gonna put it on techie. Dude, that's a crazy flip if it's techie. Like, let's continue. I was able to control it, the girl asked, keeping a lid on her excitement.
誘導した方法は血です。
He controlled it using blood.
血
Oh, blood.
そういえば下道探偵も血の匂いで赤い SPX を誘導していましたわよね。
Blood, come to think of it, Ranky uses the sound of his blood to lure the red SPX, did he not?
血で SPX が引き寄せられるならあなたのその出血はまずいじゃありませんの。
Wait,
止血を
that's what the SPX is drawn to. Want your injury placed as in peril? Send to bleed someone, anyone.
僕の血は大丈夫です。いや、正確に言えば、とある人物の血液以外は平気なんです。
Your blood is fine, actually. All of ours is, aside from certain someone's.
どういうことですかと少女は理解が追いつかずに首をかしげた。
We're getting at, so the girl cocking her head in utter confusion.
緊急停止用のヒントを出題しない SPX が警備用だっていうのは赤い SPX でよく分かったよね。
The red SPX proved that models without any clues on how to disarm them are put to use in centuries,
黒い
right?
SPX はおそらくもっと明確な目的で作られたものなんだ。
This black one was likely created with a more scientific purpose in mind.
明確な目的それは一体
A specific purpose, you say, and just what would that be?
説明は後です。皆さん、ナイフを手渡しますから、軽く出血する程度に手を傷つけてみてください。
Okay, I explain that later. Right now, I'm going to pass the knife around. Everyone make a cut just enough to shed blood. This is a bad idea. Now everyone's gonna get AIDS, and everyone will die in about 10 years later. The end.
大丈夫。僕の予想では、黒い SPX は動き出しません。
Don't worry, my projections tell me that SPX won't move an inch.
何か起きた場合はヘリポートを起動させて地下へ降ろせばいいんですよ。
And if something does happen, we can use the help to escape
僕を
underground.
信じてください。
Please, trust me. Heavy silence hangs in the air, but then...
仕方ありませんわね。私がリーダーとして先陣を切って差し上げますわ。
Nothing for it. As your chief, I try to carve a path ahead. Wait, are you saying Ideal is the one who did it? Dude, that'd be insane. Posh snatches the knife from me and cuts her palm open. Blood wells in the center of her hand, but Espix shows no sign of stirring.
家族さん、
Posh.
あなたの推理にはこれまでたくさん助けられてきましたものね。
Your theories have said this countless times by
ただ
now.
し、これで犯人がわからなかったら、乙女の矢和門を傷つけた罪を償ってもらいますからね。
But should this
そ
not
のつも
pan
りでいらっ
out,
しゃい。
you would be charged with marrying the pristine skin of a young maiden. Understood? Be prepared for that.
乙女という年齢でもないでしょうと少女は熟女探偵からナイフを奪い取りつつ言った
I don't know why she said this. This is part dialogue. You're not really the age of considering a young maiden anymore, the girl said before grabbing a knife from MILF to... What dialogue is this?
文学さん、あなた、 私に対して当たりが強すぎますわよ。
Look, we're entirely too disrespectful
あ
towards
と
me.
私21歳ですから、まだまだピッチピチのヤングウーマンですわ。
What's more, I'm only 21, a young woman in her prime of her youth.
ピッチピチとか表現がおばさんすぎて草生えますと12歳のヤバ肌に触れながら
Oh my
少
god,
女の
that's
笑顔で
funny.
一周した。
The prime of her youth? Only an old crone would say that, a girl retorted, literally laughing out loud as she admired her soft, pre-adolescent skin. As she banters casually, Brooklyn glides the blade across her palm, drawing a thin line of blood.
ありがとうございます二人とも。こんな方
Thanks,
法で
you
ごめん
two.
なさい。
Sorry came to this.
次は私の番ね。もし深く切っちゃいそうで怖い子がいたら代わりに切ってあげるから言ってちょうだい。
I'll go next, but if anyone's afraid of cutting too deep, just ask me to do it for you. One after another, remaining detectives cut themselves to prove their innocence. As I watched, I expanded my train of thought.
黒い SPX も赤い SPX と同様に警備用だとしたら追跡する対象がいるはずだよね。
If Black Aspects is for use as a sentry the way the red one was, should have a target that is supposed to track,
そして
right?
社畜さんの警戒ぶりからもわかる通り、機密警察がここまで警戒するのは地下迷宮から脱走した不滅探偵だけだ。
Oh. Judged by Workaholics' attitude, there's only one person SP would be so vigilant of, an invincible detective, the subject who fled the
社畜
maze.
さんは不滅探偵の正体が下道探偵だと思っていたけれど、本当は違う。
Workaholics had believed that invincible detective true identity was Renegade, but he was actually
下道
mistaken.
探偵は複数人の仲間と共に島から脱出したと言っていた。その中に本物の不滅探偵、未来の八つ咲き子は紛れていたんだ。
Renegade told us he escaped Morgue alongside a number of children. Among them was the true invincible detective, the future
そん
quartering
な
Duke.
不滅探偵を警戒する組織が開発する SPX があるとすれば、それは科学君のフレンズクンクン君にも使われていた同じ血液の追跡機能。
Given this organization developed the SPX's out of fear of invincible detective to use the same blood tracking functions as Sniffy
顔や
Whiffy.
名前はいくら変えられても血液だけは変えられない。不滅探偵の血の匂いを追跡する SPX を開発することでいつ復讐されそうになっても平気にしたんだ。
You can change your face and name, but not your DNA. By tracking the sound of their nemesis' blood, they could rest easy invincible came for
これ
revenge.
は推測だけど、黒い SPX がこのヘリポートのそばに設置されていたのはいつ不滅探偵が侵入してきても対応するためだったんじゃないかな。
That is just a hypothesis, but it could be that the Black SPX was stationed to help or to intercept invisible detective upon their arrival in Morgue. Personally, is
で
ideal.
もいざ侵入してきた不滅探偵はこの黒い SPX の特性を完全に理解していた。
By the way, Invisible Detective was already aware of the SPX's unique detection method prior to infiltrating the island.
そして皮肉なことに不滅探偵を襲わないばかりか血の匂いで操られて理想探偵を襲うことになってしまったんだ。
In an ironic twist, it didn't simply target Invisible Detective, but was manipulated by their scent of their blood to attack Ideal instead.
忘れないよ。君は確かに隠し通路で出血していた。
Oh no, this thing is doleful? Bleeding in Hidden Passage. Or Armor, it's one of those two, right? I haven't forgotten. I know for a fact that you're bleeding in the Hidden
仲
Passage.
間のために体を張っているように見せかけながら君は自然な流れ
It
で
is
出
armor.
血してみせその時に備えていたんだ。
They're gonna say it's armor. Wow, that's amazing. You pretended you were putting yourself on the line for your allies, resulting in a premeditated accident.
どうしたの？手が震えてるよ。怪我には慣れているはずだ
No,
よ
it
ね。
is doleful. Okay, you're wrong. Your hands are shaking. Shouldn't you be used to pain already?
飛脚探偵。いや、不滅探偵。あの時のように出血してみせてくれよ。
Wow, that is a turnabout play right here for doleful. It kind of makes sense since he can detect any dangers. And he used that as a way to like kill other people. That's interesting. Doleful detective, or should I say invincible detective, bleed for us again, just like you did back then.
そうすれば君の無実は証明される。心からお詫びもするし、何度頭を地についたって構わない。
He didn't cut himself? Why? If you do, it'll prove your innocence, and I'll apologize from the bottom of my heart. I'll go as many times as it takes.
だから頼むよ。 飛躍君、僕に謝らせてくれ。
So please, Doleful, make me owe you that apology.
僕の推理は的外れだって。
Laugh at me, tell me I'm
笑
wrong.
ってよ。
無能
Incompetent. Doleful's expression twists as he holds the knife in one hand. No matter how much I called to him, he refuses to reply. His silence is far more telling than words could ever be. He really is a cornering duke.
飛躍さんが不滅探偵
Mizzle Detective is Doleful Detective? Everyone exclaims at once. The whole group's gaze shifts to Doleful, whose entire body is trembling as he still clutches a knife, left glued in place.
洋館の扉にもよく見ると血がついていたよ。
If you examine it closely, you'll find blood in the manor door too.
科学君の力を借りて血液を確認してみたら君のものと一致した。
Jackie helped me analyze it. It was a perfect match with yours, Doleful.
黒い SPX が洋館から離れないよう扉にべっとりと血をつけておいたんだね。
You,
全然気づかなかったよ。
you smeared your own blood on the door so that Blake SPX wouldn't leave the premises. I didn't notice at all until now.
違うよ無能君
You've gone wrong, incompetent. Doleful finally breaks his silence with a plea of denial.
僕たちはこれまで一緒にたくさん危険な試練を乗り越えてきたよね。
Think of all the danger we've been through so far. All trials we overcame together.
それなのに本気で僕を疑うの？僕だっていつも命がけだったよ。いつも死を覚悟してた。
You really suspect me after all that? I've always been putting my life on the line. I've always been ready to die.
それなのに疑うなんてひどいよ。僕は不滅探偵なんかじゃない。信じてよ無能君。
Cut yourself then, Doleful. And you still suspect me? How could you? Believe me, incompetent. I'm not an invisible detective or anything else.
そうだね。飛躍君はいつだって危険な状況で最前線に立ってくれた。
Those are fair points. You've always been on the front lines whenever things got precarious.
たくさんの脅威を一身に引き受けてしまう体質なのにすごいって心から思ってたよ。
You endured it all, even when it meant pulling all the dangers your way. I really admired you.
でもそれって見方を変えると今までどんな脅威からも生き延びてきたってことだよね。
If we look at it from another angle, you survived every single threat, right?
社畜さんの語っていた不滅探偵の特徴の通りだ。そしてもし君がどんな状況でも生還できる自信を持っているとしたら、
That's invisible detective's exact ability. The one word Hog explained. If you were confident, you would live through anything.
君が最前線に立てるのも当たり前だ。自分が死なないことを確信しているのだから。
It's only natural you put yourself on the front lines because you knew you couldn't possibly die. Just stay away from me. I start to advance as I speak, but Doleful shrieks, turning a knife toward me. His legs are quivering and his face is fraught with terror. There's no way this is just an act.
いつから疑ってたの？僕はずっと信じてもらえてるって思ってたのに。
How long have you suspected me? Here I thought we trusted each other this entire time.
ずっと信じてたよ。今だって信じたいって思って
I've
る。
always trusted you, and I still want to even now.
でも洋館の扉に血がついているのに気づいて初日の君の出血の意味を考え始めたら全てのピースがはまってしまったんだ。
But when I noticed the blood on the front door, I recalled why you'd been bleeding in the first place, and then it all clicked.
ねえ飛躍君、本当のことを教えてよ。君は本当に
Please, Doleful,
八つ咲公なの？
just be honest with me. Are you really a quartering duke?
ひどいよ無能君。こんなのひどい。
Don't come any closer. You're awful incompetent. Unbelievably awful. While screaming to keep me at bay, Doleful hunches down, cowering where he stands. Sight makes me want to cry, but I push through the overwhelming guilt and attempt to speak with him once more.
離れて無能ちゃん。その子はさっきから泣いてなんていないわ。
Get back, incompetent. He hasn't shed a single tear this whole performance.
もう演技はいいんじゃない？飛躍ちゃん。私はね、人が嘘をつく時の匂いがわかるの。
Are you done with the theatrics, Doleful? I can smell when someone's lying through their teeth, you know.
これまではうまく隠してきたみたいだけど、今のあなた、とっても匂うわ。
You've hidden it so well this whole time, but right now it's overwhelming.
愉快で愉快でたまらない。優越の匂いがね。
A delectably delicious, delightful scent I can't resist.
愉快だなんて。
Delectable? Doleful? A noise almost like the hiss of leaking air makes the doleful's wailing. Strange sound grows steadily louder. He's about to laugh now. And then, of course, different personality. Of course, everyone has a different personality. Jesus Christ, this whole game. He shifts into a chilling, familiar laugh. 'And he is crazy.
そりゃ愉快に決まってるでしょ。
Of course it's delectable.
こんな最低な僕のことを心の底から信頼してくれているんだもん。最高に愉快で最強にエンターテインメントに決まっているさ。
I'm scum, yet trust me from the bottom of your hearts. Nothing can be more delicious. No doubt this is the best entertainment ever. Doleful? Unconsciously, I speak his name out loud. This person possessed by maniacal laughter is far from the doleful I've known. The others are stock still, similarly dumbstruck.
その返事は肯定と捉えてよろしいです
I'll
よ
take
ね。
that as affirmative. Posh opens her mouth again. Resolutely, she faces Doleful and addresses him once more.
あなたを信頼していた私たちがバカでしたわ。証拠は揃っています。探偵同盟の助けが到着次第、あなたも拘束しますわ。
What fools we were to place our faith in you. We have evidence. As soon as backup from DA arrives, you will be restrained at once.
証拠？証拠って何？
Evidence? What evidence?
は？ですから、先ほど無能さんが口にした一連の
What everything Incompetent just told us.
僕の血が扉についていたから全ての黒幕？そんな論理は通らないよ。
So that's because some of my blood's on the front door. I'm the mastermind. As that theory holds any water.
確かに扉に血はついたかもね。あれだけ必死に逃げたんだもの。怪我の一つや二つして当然さ。
Of course, the blood got on the door. I was running on in panic, so a few injuries are only to be expected.
その血が扉についていたから犯人だっていうのはさすがに無理があるんじゃない？
Including that I'm the culprit on that alone is a bit of a stretch, don't you think?
君だけはナイフで手を出血させないじゃないか。
You're the only one who refused to cut their palm.
他のみんなは血を流してみせたんだ。もう君以外に八つ咲き校だと思われる人はいないんだよ。
Usos already have. At this point, no one else could even be the quartering duke.
血の匂いを元に追いかけてくるメカが近くにいるんだよ。そんなこと怖くてできない方が自然
Oh
だ
my
よ。
god. Very manipulative. Hey, that blood striking mech is right next to us, okay? Of course I can't cut myself. I'm scared.
それとも僕に強制するの？そんな権利はないよね。僕には君の提案を跳ねのける権利がある。
You're gonna force me?
その権利を主張して犯人呼ばわりは侵害だ。
All authority is well within my rights to refuse. To call me a criminal for exercising that right would be pretty unprofessional. Posh and I are lost for words. By now, it's obvious Doleful is an invincible detective, but we still have no physical proof. In light of his rebuttal, we can't actually condemn him for anything.
理想ちゃん殺害を含むこの島での一連の事件については確かに何も言えないわね。
True, we can't connect you to any of the crimes that took place on this island, including Ideal's murder.
でもこれまでの八つ咲き校事件についてはどうかしら。あなたがいくら反論しようとも私たちはあなたを八つ咲き校と考えて捜査するわ。
What about the previous quartering duke cases? No matter how much you protest, we'll still take into account your actions as a perpetrator.
100人以上が死んだ事件ですもの。必ずあなたにつながる証拠は見つけられる。いつまで笑っていられるか見ものね。
Over 100 lives have been lost. Something pointing to you is bound to turn up. So we'll just see how long you can keep laughing.
八つ咲き校事件の真相を解き明かすって。いいよ、やってごらんよ。
You're gonna reveal the truth of the quartering duke? Alrighty, feel free to try.
君たちの熱意に免じて仮に八つ咲き子を演じてあげたっていい。まあ僕は この事件の真相は誰にも知られない方がいいと思うけどね。
I'd be happy to defer to your zeal and play along as Quartering Duke. Personally, I feel it'd be better if the public never learns that facts.
君たちはまだ気づいてないのかな。もし八崎港事件の真相が明るみになればどうなるのか。
Basically, what he's trying to say is, oh, the DA was in on it too with the Quartering Duke instance, and therefore anyone that's involved in DA should get arrested too, for most point. That's what we're going for. And you guys just haven't noticed yet? What would happen if you really true the Quartering Duke incident? I mean,
八崎港事件の真相。
it's really the Quartering Duke incident.
まさか
It can't be. When I take a step back, you may be struck by a revelation.
最低の殺人鬼と少女が苦虫を噛みつぶしたような顔で言った。
You're the foulest homicidal maniac to ever walk this earth, the girl said with a rancorous expression.
音楽さんも分かったの。八崎港事件の真相って
You figured it out.
一体。
You figured it out too, Bookworm? What's the truth he's talking about?
無能探偵ならきっとわかるはずです。最初と最後の事件を振り返ってくださいと少女が説明する。
I'm sure you can figure it out yourself. Recall the details of the first and last cases, the girl explained.
最初と最後の事件。
First and last cases? The case of dismembered detective utilized mechanisms built into the chandelier to kill remotely. In reality, he had been a self-orchestrated suicide and wanted a senior stage in collusion with downtown. The actual plan had been for both of them to die simultaneously, killing each other. The last, a case of paradox murders, was an odd one. Two deaths occurred in quick succession thanks to Workaholic's efforts. When Renegade reset the breakers, Workaholic was electrocuted by his own trap, triggering the countdown for Renegade's collar to explode. Though Renegade had resisted, he ultimately died by someone else's hand, not Workaholic's. This case, too, was originally meant to have two individuals responsible for one another's deaths.
探偵八崎殺人事件と矛盾回想殺人事件の共通点、それは本来2人の死者が被害者であり加害者となっていたこと。
What the dismembered detective and paradox murders have in common is they were meant to have two dead, each of them a victim and a killer.
この2つの事件が八崎港によるものだとしたら、これまで起きてきた事件の真相はどうなるかしら。
If Duke was behind both incidents, what does that mean for all the other cases tied to Duke so far?
これまでの八崎港事件の死者は必ず2人だった。
In the other Quartering Duke cases, there were always two people who died.
もしこの島での事件と真相が同じだとしたら。
So if the same holds true for killing here on Morgue, that would mean two people dead, each a victim or perpetrator with notable lack of evidence tying them to the Quartering Duke. Heart jumps. Could it be? No, there's no way. Thought alone sends a chill down my spine.
ヴィドックが捜査を止めた理由を理解できていなかったみたいだね。
Seems you still don't understand why the doc launched his investigation to begin with. The whole laughed, apparently sensing my unease.
君はさっきから僕を人殺しとして扱うけど、もし万が一八崎港事件に犯人なんていないとしたら
You may treat me like some sort of murderer, but what if the Quartering Duke cases don't even have a culprit?
もし二人の死者が互いに互いを殺し合っているだけだとしたらどうなるかな。
What if the two victims that always just killed each other? What then?
どうもしませんわよ。あなたの罪を糾弾するだけですわ。
I don't give a whit either way. My only concern is denouncing you and your crimes.
そう簡単な話じゃないんで
It
す。
may not be so simple, Posh.
はいどういうことですの。結局八崎港が悪いのですから真相を公開すれば良いじゃありませんの。
Or whatever do you mean? The Duke is ultimately to blame. Should we not disclose the truth to the public? So what is being referred to is the Quartering Duke never killed him. Was set up by the DA to cause fear in people?
八崎港の罪を問えるかどうかが問題なのです。と少女が怒りのにじむ声で言った。
The issue lies in whether we can convict Quartering Duke for any of it, the girl said, her voice swelling with fur.
文学さんの言う通りです。老師さんも渋谷さんも、そして社畜さんも、きっと八崎港の指示で自分たちが死ぬトリックを用意したんだと思う。
Exactly. Seeing her downtown and Workaholic all create elaborate schemes to die in accordance with the Quartering Duke's instructions.
その証拠さえつかめれば、自殺教唆の罪を立証できる。でも、そ 証拠をつかめない限り
If we could find some evidence supporting this, we could charge him for instigating suicide, but as long we don't have any proof.
八崎公の罪を問うことはできない。
Can't,
そうだよ
you can't
ね。
accuse the Duke of anything, am I right?
それに問題はそれだけじゃないよ。これまで八崎公の被害者だと思われていた人たちがみんなただの被害者ではなくて殺人を犯した加害者になる。
It's not only your problem. All those people you consider to be the victims of the Duke, turns out they're perpetrators too.
これは大変だ。なんたって八崎公の罪を問おうとこれまで必死に捜査してきたのに八崎公は手を下していなかったんだから。
Seriously, what a pickle. You put in so much legwork to pin down a quartering Duke, only to learn he didn't even kill a single one of them.
君たち探偵同盟の推理によって100人もの悲劇の被害者が100人もの異常な加害者に転じる。
Thanks to you fine folks from DA, over 100 tragic victims will be transformed into a pack of deranged killers.
君が大好きな悲劇を覆すってやつだね。果たしてこれは正義だと言えるのかな。
And you're so fond of saying you'll reverse those tragedies, won't you? But ultimately, can you really call any of that justice?
そんな真相を解き明かしたところで誰も幸せになんてならない。誰も知りたくないって思わない？
Explaining the truth won't make anyone happy. No one wants to learn about reality like this, don't you think?
それでも僕たちは探偵だ。真相を闇に葬るなんてできるわけないじゃないか。
Even still, we're detectives. There's no way we could obscure the truth like that.
かっこいい言葉だね。しびれるよ。
My, such impressive words. How titillating.
そんな正義を振るうなら覚悟はあるんだよね。
If your goal is to enact that level of justice, I just hope you're prepared.
大切な人が死んで嘆いていた遺族の方々にさらなる追い打ちをかけることも。
Prepared to deal those already mourning the loss of their loved ones another blow while they're down, that is.
かわいそうな悲劇の被害者が理解できない異常な事件の加害者となって名誉が失われることも。
Those poor hapless victims become the perpetrators of such mind-blowing horrific crimes, their dignity would be stripped away.
自分が真相を解明することで何百人いや何千人もの人から恨みを買うことも。
By revealing the truth, you invite the
覚
ire
悟の上なんだよね。
of hundreds, no, thousands of individuals. You sure prepare for that?
僕
That's where I become an ideal detective, someone capable of saving others. That's where I wouldn't hesitate anymore, but now my heart is swimming in doubt.
この事件を解明することが
Will solving this case
誰かを
actually save
救うこと
anyone?
につながるのか。八崎港事件の真相を解明し世間に公表することは何よりも悲劇を生む行為なんじゃないのか。
We revealing the truth according to would result in the greatest tragedy of all.
僕はどうすればいいんだ。教えて。誰か助けて。
What should I do?
サイカちゃん。
Please, someone tell me. I need your help, Psycho. No matter how hard I think, I can't arrive at an answer. I don't know what choice a detective like me should make.
やっと分かってくれたみたいだね。
Since you finally get it.
僕は八崎公じゃないから分からないけど探偵がこの話を聞いたらみんな同じ顔をすると思うな。
I'm not the corner duke, so I couldn't say for sure. But I bet every detective would make the same face after hearing this.
お友達の敵を取ろうと必死だった渋谷さんだって自分の行動がお友達の名誉を傷つけると知ったら八崎公に寝返るのも仕方ないよね。
Not someone was committed to catching her friend's killer, but once she realized her action was sullying her friend's name, she had to side with the Duke.
漁師さんや社畜さんは過去にたくさん罪を犯してきた人だ。過去の罪を暴かれるよりも他のみんなと同様悲劇の被害者として死んだんじゃないかな。
Well, senior and workaholic have a long history of misdeeds. Maybe they prefer being victims of tragedy like the rest without digging up the past.
特に社畜さんは家族も残っているから必死だったろうね。なんせ八崎公の罪を暴けば自分の罪も世間にさらされる。
Workaholic would have been especially worried since he left behind a family. Reveal the Duke's crimes and yielded the same to his.
その上的外れの推理で下道探偵を疑って仲間を殺したとなれば下道探偵に罪をかぶせて自分も死ぬことで責任を取る以外に選択肢はなかったんだろうね。
What's more, he wrongly suspected Renegade and killed a fellow Alliance member. His only way of telling was to blame Renegade and die himself.
まあ全部僕の推測だけどさ。
Before, it was all just my own speculation.
お前はどこまで残酷なんだ。
You, how inhumane can you be?
残酷なのはどっちだよ。
Who's a inhumane one, really?
命を奪われる場は、それぞれが悩み抜いてたどり着く境地だ。
Taking life while having yours taken, that's just a place people's worries and anguish leads them to.
そこに第三者の探偵が我が物顔で踏み入って真相を解明するなんて馬鹿げてる。絶対に許されない。許しちゃいけない。
And some meddling gumshoe barges in like he owns the place, hoping to reveal the truth. So idiotic. It won't be allowed to happen. In fact, it can't.
だからこそ八崎公は探偵など不要の事件、探偵撲滅プロジェクトを生み出したのさ。
Exactly why According to created these cases that don't need anyone to solve them. The Detective Elimination Project.
なんだよそれ。どうしてそんなプロジェク
What
トが
the? Why
必
is
要な
something
ん
like
だ
that
よ。
even necessary?
君には八崎公事件で死んだみんなの気持ちがわからな
Son,
い
you
みた
don't
いだ
understand
ね。
the feelings of those who died in the Quartering Duke incident. Dovell gives a disgusted sigh that continues.
僕にはわかるよ。きっと辛くて苦しくて死にたくて、でも死ぬ勇気なんてなくて、明けない夜のような毎日を過ごしていたに違いない。
I get it though, how it feels to suffer, to struggle in life, to want to die. They lack the courage for them. Every day is a night without a dawn.
彼らの気持ちがわかるのは、僕みたいな死にたくても死にきれないやつだけさ。
The only one who could possibly understand them is someone like me, someone who desperately wants to die but can't.
死にたくても死にきれないってどういう意味だよ。君はこれまで幸運に救われて
What do
き
you
た
mean
ん
by
じゃない
that?
の
You
か。
want to die but can't? Have you been saved by good luck all this time?
論より証拠だ。
Oh
いいも
no.
のを見せてあげるよ、無能くん。
The proof's in the pudding, I guess. Let me show you something fun and competent. Dovell abruptly turns the knife around in his hand and raises it high. What are
何
you?
を。
He plunges the blade down towards his chest. It's carefully angled parallel to his ribs as it stands to pierce his heart and kill him instantly. However, halt!
危ないのである。
Armor catches her arm, holding the blade, leaving Dovell unscathed. Knows this is according to Duke we're up against, but still, I'm relieved.
ほらね、また死ねなかった。洋館の罠部屋で死にかけた時は、無能くんが
See,
助
I
けて
just
くれ
can't
たよね。
die. Remember
僕が死のうとすると必ず誰かに
how
邪
you
魔され
saved me
るん
from
だ。
trapping in the manor incompetent? No matter what, someone interferes every time.
邪魔されるってそんなの当たり前じゃないか。むしろ止めてくれた武装さんに
Of
感謝
course
すべきだ
someone
ろ。
would interfere. Honestly, you should be thanking Armor.
なんで感謝しなきゃいけないの？自分の命をどう扱おうが
What
勝
is
手
that?
でしょ。
Isn't it up to me what I choose to do with my life?
勝手に救ってるくせに恩を着せないでく
If
れ
you
よ。
stepped in all because you felt like it, don't act like to be grateful. Sir
飛
Dovell?
躍殿。
どうせもう計画は達成されたんだ。全部教えてあげるよ。
Either way, the plan's been carried out, so I'll tell you everything. I think it's time to save. That is insane plot. Again, everyone has a double personality in this game, by the sounds of it. So, who knows? What will Dovell reveal, aka Whirling Duke? But if you enjoyed this video, I hope you guys did enjoy the video actually. So, I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.